Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. And today's theme for the day is what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And of course, that's a total metaphor because I'm not in Vegas, I'm in California. But it has come to my attention, and some people have sent me some links and clips of Tracy's live last night. And boy, I don't have any issues with Tracy. But I do have to agree with the consensus of the community that she talks a lot of shit. But that's okay. I'm actually grateful for her shit talking right now because I get to clear up some nonsense apparently that's going on. And so I was sent some clips, and she's in there. Apparently, other people have told her. I don't know if she's seen it or if people have tagged her or if it's just hearsay. She heard this from this person or that over there. But she had mentioned, oh, there's a person or a channel, going around and recording all the places that Cherry/Michael goes to and tagging people. And when I first heard that, I'm like, okay, well, I don't buy that. I haven't seen anything, so whatever. And then when I woke up this morning, lo and behold, in my mentions, I was mentioned in a particular channel that I'd never seen before, that was literally just created this morning, had today's date on it, and had a very disturbing video, and literally said, oh, here you go, have fun with it, use it as you will, and all this nonsense. And for one, I'm not even going to mention the name of the channel because they've already taken it down. It's already gone. And even if they didn't, I wouldn't mention it anyway. And it's not a very nice, and it's not that it was anything particularly disturbing as gruesome or anything like that, but disturbing in the fact that of the perception that it was trying to portray, as if this video was quote unquote doing me a favor, which it's not. And it's not information. I didn't share it. I'm not going to share it. I'm not going to post it. I'm not going to tell you what the video showed because it's absolute nonsense. But I will say this, I know what it's trying to accomplish. And because, see, this is what Cherry/Michael/Dog Serb, whoever the fuck he is, does, because Mr. I'm lost at sea bullshit. But this is what they do. They manipulate and lie. So I'm pretty sure I would bet money on it. If I could like walk into like a life betting system, kind of like a racetrack for horses, and I could make bets on certain life situations like this, I bet you I could put some money on it. Say put $50 on Fruit Loops over here and put $50 over on Serby over here, and I probably would win one of those bets because it's right up their style. This is what they do. So I'm assuming that they're trying to establish the perception that someone is following or lurking after Cherry. And I got news for you. Michael, Cherry, Serb, you guys are pretty stupid. Okay, it's a stupid move, and I'll tell you why. The first thing I did when I saw that is I reported it. So I reported the video as inappropriate, stalking, harassment, bully, all that stuff, and tagged Y. And the reason being, it doesn't matter if you deleted the video, privated the video, deleted the channel. When you submit a flag, regardless of the reason. When you submit a flag on YouTube, YouTube system automatically saves that video. It puts a little alert on that particular video. So even if, let's say when you tag something, they find that they leave the video up for whatever reason. Let's say you tag something for bullying, and they find that it has nothing to do with bullying, there's nothing wrong with it, and nothing happens to the video, it stays up. But it stays in their system tagged. And so for a specific reason, they know that videos sometimes go private, unlisted, deleted, but they automatically save those things on the back end when things get reported, because they know people delete things. So when they report a problem, YouTube at least is smart enough to create a backup. And what my point is to that? Well, we know how Cherry operates, okay? He's done this before. I'm leaving YouTube, and then there comes the manipulation. Don't, stop talking about me. Don't give me a reason to come back to YouTube. Because he's trying to control you. He's trying to censor you. And that's not going to work with me. See, I really don't care whether you're on YouTube creating content on your channel or not. I don't care that you're on other people's YouTube. That's neither here nor there. That's not my point. My problem was you were bullying very sensitive individuals. I mean, you were bullying me and Mr. G and harassing us and threatening us and doxing us and all that nonsense too. But my main beef as of late was your particular bullying of a few individuals. And we'll get to that moment in a minute, or that point in a minute here. But my point is, whatever numbnuts is out there doing this, I'm going to tell you should knock it off. And why? For one, I am proceeding legal wise. I don't have any reason to be doing any of that nonsense. One, I'm in California. I have no plans on leaving California, and if I do, it's certainly not to Florida. I have currently no business in Florida. I have no one to visit in Florida. There's nothing for me in Florida. I have no family, so no business over there, so why am I going to be there? I'm not. I might drive to Arizona to see my brother, but I don't even have plans for that right now. So I'm not worried about it. I don't know what your intentions or why you think that would intimidate me, but it doesn't, because I'm in California. And I can easily prove I'm in California. Obviously, one, I'm here. Two, my bank records, where I've eaten, what I've done work-wise, it's all here in California, including my apps that track my mileage and where I start from and where I end. And I'm tracked. I track myself all the time. So I literally have a continuing log of where I am at any given time, 365 days a year. Actually, so does Mr. G. He has it on his phone too, because I keep it for IRS purposes. But in this case, it would definitely work out to my advantage too. So whoever is doing that nonsense, you need to knock it off, because it's stupid. So Cherry, Michael, or Serb and your little friends, if you guys are doing it, stop being fucktards and doing that. Because even though you deleted it, YouTube has a copy of it. If it lands in the radar of law enforcement, or in this case, something that extent, if you really want to go out and create this illusion that you're being stalked, that is going to get on the radar of probably the FBI at some point if you want to start pushing things. And all they have to do is go to YouTube. They'll see these things are flagged, and I did save screenshots. So I do have screenshots of the channel name and the channel link and all that good stuff, which I'd happily supply them. And they're going to look at that video, and they're going to look at what it was created to, what email address it's attached to, where that email was coming from, or what phone number it's attached to. And they're going to be able to trace it back to you numbnuts. So if you're trying to make this perception that it's somehow me and Mr. G again, you're going to fail miserably. So I would knock that shit off. Now, if it's not Cherry/Michael or Serbdog, whatever the fuck your name is, which my suspicions is it is. I don't think I'm wrong on that. But if I am wrong, and it's someone else, you guys, whoever it is, needs to knock it off too. That's not even funny. I wouldn't even go down that road. That road would bring you nothing good. And like I said, I'm taking a legal route. And I don't need to know what goes on in Cherry/Michael's life to go the legal route. I already have all the information I need for my lawyer to pursue in a legal, safe manner against this individual who's done really shitty things toward me and Mr. G. So whoever's doing it, knock it off. Nobody cares or needs to know what he's doing, where he's going. For all I know, he could go out in his front of his house and do a rain dance for the Florida rain every day, and I don't care. He could go out naked doing yoga in his front yard, and I wouldn't know about it unless it made the news. Unless it's on like the 11 o'clock news, weirdo in front of house caught sunbathing his butthole, people offended, neighbors outraged. I'm not going to know about it, and I don't care. Seriously don't. I don't care his schedule, when he wakes up, where he works, where he goes to sleep, what the fuck he eats. I don't care. Seriously. I don't care. Doesn't affect my life. What does affect my life was his bullying, his threats, and his doxing. That affected my life. So as far as I'm concerned, he's stalked me way more than I've ever attempted on the other end. I've only gathered information so that I could legally pursue it when it got to this point. And Cherry/Michael has crossed that point. So he can rest and believe I will be going the next step. But as I pointed out, that next step is going to be 100% legal. And it's not going to stop me from carrying on doing one-on-ones with people, their experience with Cherry/Michael. It's not going to stop any of the plans that I have in motion that are 100% legal. I'm allowed to give my side of the story. I'm allowed to commentary. I'm allowed to give my thoughts, my feedback, all of the above. So you all need to take your intimidation tactics and go buy yourself a bag of dicks and eat them. Because you're not going to intimidate me. It's a whole bunch of nonsense. Honestly, nonsense. Now, my point number 2 is I'm kind of curious. Tracy's over there. Oh, Heidi went nuclear, to tell them to take their channels down and all this nonsense. No, I never ever told them I demand them to take their channels down. That's not up to me. I don't control whether people have YouTube channels or not. They have a right to their YouTube channels. That's for YouTube to decide if they're going to take a channel down, not mine. I specifically requested that they remove, not even whole live streams, that they just remove parts of those live streams that were bullying a very nice young man that didn't deserve to be bullied. If you guys have problems, and why aren't you instead up there saying, why aren't you saying it's horrible what Cherry and Michael and Hector did to this young man that didn't deserve it? How come nobody is saying that? No, you're saying how horrible it is that I demanded that they stop bullying this young man and take those videos down? What is wrong with you people? That does not make me the bad person here that I'm saying stop bullying this person. How would you feel, Tracy? Do you have children? I don't even know if you have children. But if you had children and one of them had disabilities, would you appreciate it if someone was on a YouTube channel showing videos and bullying them? Or would you want that person to leave your child alone? Now, obviously, this person isn't a child, they're a young man, but I look at him like I do my own little brother. They're, and it's not okay to bully anybody, actually. But some people can take it better than other people. But it's just not okay. And it was really affecting this young man very negatively. It was causing him a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety. And frankly, you have to be careful nowadays. Bullying like that, for certain people in the world can cause them to take their own life. And that's not okay. So if you're all going to look at me like I'm a bad person because I basically insisted that they stop bullying this young man and take out that particular content, I never said take down every single video you have. I never said take down your YouTube channel, never come back to YouTube. I never said that. All I asked was those particular live streams, and I gave the links and I gave the timestamps. And I said, I would like you to take those particular timestamps where you're bullying him in that video out. Edit it out. And if you can't edit it out, then just take those particular live streams down. Stop bullying this young man, or we're going to have a problem. Because I'm going to make sure that people know what you are doing to this young man. Now, if it's so horrible that, oh no, she was going to share out information, she was going to make people aware of their bullying, well, then maybe if they're ashamed of their behavior, they know it's wrong to bully anybody, then, here's an epiphany of life. Maybe you shouldn't be doing that evil shit. That's what it comes down to. If you know it's wrong to bully someone and you're afraid that your colleagues or your family members or your friends or other people on YouTube are going to see it, then don't fucking do it, you morons. That doesn't make me the bad person. So why aren't you all up there saying when he was bullying Dylan, why didn't you speak up for Dylan? Why didn't you ask Cherry and Hector why they were bullying a young man? So I have to ask y'all, what in the hell is wrong with you? If you want to talk shit, at least talk good shit. And that's where I'm going to leave it today. Those are my 2 points. Y'all up there ready to talk shit about me, demanding Hector and Cherry to take down videos of them bullying young man, but you never called them out on that bullshit. Why not? Why didn't you ever hold them accountable for severely bullying and causing harm to another human being? Why didn't you call them out on it and tell them, hey, We don't really think that's a very good idea. That's not very nice. Maybe you shouldn't do that. Why didn't you ask them to stop doing it or take it down? Why didn't you have some ethics and some morals and a conscience and some compassion to another human being that they're bullying? Instead, you're up there talking shit about me requesting them to take it down? Do you really not see the problem here? I guess not. So, you guys got some issues. And again, whoever's out there doing that, which I'm pretty sure it's Cherry. Cherry likes to run around and dox himself and blame others. And now apparently, and here's my hypothesis. I think he's running around, he's going to play the victim. Oh, they're stalking me. Oh, they're posting things about me. And then, oh, I have to come back to YouTube because you don't let me leave YouTube because you keep talking about me and you're posting this, you're doxing me and all blah blah blah. Shut the fuck up. I'm not intimidated because I'm not doing that shit. And if the shit really hits the fan, that's okay because law enforcement, YouTube, however deep it gets, if they have to trace that shit, it's not going to trace back to me. It's not going to trace back to Mr. G. So I'm Gucci. I'm cool like a cucumber. I'm good. And you're not going to intimidate me. And you're not going to intimidate Dylan and anyone else that is getting those weird ass shit. I wouldn't let that intimidate you either. So what I'm going to ask is anyone that is getting tagged in that weird ass shit, please don't share the YouTube channel. Ignore it. You may want to take a screenshot of it if you need evidence for it later, but please don't share it. Please don't post it. Please don't tag it. Ignore it. Because that's not acceptable. So like I said, I'm pretty sure it's Cherry and Michael and Serb, and they're trying to spin a story that somehow, this involves me and Mr. G or someone in Florida or whatever. And it's bullshit. Unless someone over there actually is doing that. And then I'm going to tell whoever who is over there that if it's not Michael, Serb, Cherry, whatever, you need to knock off your shit. Because you're going to find yourself in a lot of hot water that you might not want to be in. See, I'm not going to do that shit. My livelihood of my life and my accomplishments in life and things I have established, it would not be worth the risk of ever doing anything like that. So I can tell y'all right now, it ain't me. It ain't Mr. G. And if Michael or Serb or whatever nonsense wants to continue on that route, it's not me. It's going to end up going down for it. That's all I know. So everybody, you have a great day. Be blessed. You dumbass clowns need to knock off your dumb shit. That's all I'm saying. Bunch of fucktards. Cherry, Serb, go fuck yourself.